Hi everybody, Steve is Action here. I'm trying to figure out new stuff to do, so I found something cool at one of my favorite coffee shops here in Tallahassee, Florida, Black Dog Cafe near the Lake Ella. Okay, but I'm here to share this Todd Alcott Sci-Fi Tarot. This caught my eye. Okay. Let's take a peek. Came with this awesome little booklet. So I'm familiar with pretty familiar with the regular tarot, but I'm gonna go off the booklet for sure. Okay. Is there an introduction? Yeah. Oh, homie, it's a story. We'll do that another time. Okay. Let's tune in, Spirit. Okay. Let's see what today has in store for us. Sci-fi version. All right, so just took it out on the Three of Swords. I'm not gonna count that because it didn't start yet. All right, let's go open it to the Page of Swords. I still don't know because of this book. So I'm going off the book, not by what regular Rider-Waite does. Okay, let's do 3 shuffles. And then I'll do a little shimmy shake. Oh, no, 3 shuffles. No, 7 shuffles. That's 2. This is a new deck. Break it in with 7. This is 3. Let me speed it up. 4. Missed. Fuck. Jeez. Oh wait, well, this is a fuck up, so actually, let's look. Yeah, let's look. Okay. I got the message to look, so let's look. First card up. I'm just gonna stick with it. The King of Wands. All right, now let's go what's underneath door number 2. And the 4 of Cups. Check. Oh, dude, the 4 of Cups is sick. What the fuck is this? Dude, shout out Todd Alcott. I love these. All right, I'm not looking at that. 4 of Cups. Check this shit out. Check him out. Look at him. Have you checked your blind spot? King of Wands. The natural born leader. With the 10 of Pentacles underneath of it. I might want to take that. Because I got a wand and I got a cup. And then I got a pentacle. Oh, shit. And then I got a, I'm getting a call. And a sword. Oh, shit. Sorry, I gotta stop. Sorry, I'm back. That was a really cool phone call. In the middle of tarot. And no shit. I looked up under here. All right, so we had the 4 of Cups and the 10 of Wands. We had a 10 of Pentacles underneath the King of Wands. Check this out. This is good. This was underneath the King of Wands. And no shit. All right, we had Ace of Swords was underneath. Come on. Ace of Swords was underneath the 4 of Cups. So what does this mean? We're going with this. We're going with that. That's what this is. We have no major arcana cards. So let's look into these 4 first before I even fuck with this deck. This would have been the cut. Yeah. Oh, wait, well, there it is. The Sun. I'm done. I'm not looking at any more cards. Yeah, that's a sword. 2 of Swords. I know who that is. Oh shit, King of Pentacles on the bottom. All right, I'm done looking. Let's read the book. All right, let's start. All right, let's start with our major arcana and see how that's fucking crazy. We got the sun with one of every suit. We got a pentacle, we got a wand, we got a cup, and we got a sword. No fucking shit. Number 19. All right, let's look. The sun. What does the sun relate to in... I look sleepy. The Sci-Fi... Oh, wait, fuck. What time is it? Hi, sorry. Back at you. Okay. The sun in the major arcana. Here we go. Okay. In our Sci-Fi book. Okay. The sun is, of course, the opposite of the moon. In a dualistic view of the universe, the moon is weak while the sun is strong. The moon is full of secrets and intrigue, while the sun is open and engaged. The moon is covered with darkness and shadows, but there are no shadows on the sun. In the plainest possible terms, the moon represents a negative view of life, and the sun represents a positive view of life. Ancient diviners also attributed gender to the moon and the sun, with the moon being female and the sun being male. But my research shows that both male and female humans were capable of containing both positive and negative aspects to their personalities. Very interesting. I relate to this. Does this relate to anybody? Is anyone going through? So let's do this as a reading. Okay. So this may be for somebody out there that has maybe kind of come to a point where they got through some dark, or maybe they've done some balancing and then they've ended up on the other side. I know that I have. All right, let's go. All right, what is our first suit? It's got to be Wands. All right, King of Wands, baby. All right, well, how does our King of Wands relate to our new bright path? The King cards of the Tarot represent the final stage of mastery. Ending of a dark phase, choosing light, mastery in your actions. The King answers to no one, yet paradoxically answers to everyone. Because you know your business. His authority reflects his power, and also his level of responsibility. The King of Wands is a spiritual protector, a strong spiritual ally, a bold spiritual pioneer. The King of Wands rules by example, not by force. Lead by example in your new bright life. Four of Cups. Humans could be short-sighted. There was a saying, they could not see the forest for the trees. When a human consecrated too closely on a minutia, they were often caught by surprise by the most obvious things imaginable, like, for instance, the way that they consecrated on designing smarter and smarter machines, but didn't suppose for a moment that those machines would one day become smart enough to kill them all. The Four of Cups is a reminder to the queer to remember that there are always resources just out of sight that should be taken into consideration. That's a fucking beautiful message, Four of Cups. Even though you found your new path and you've mastered something, you may be coming in now that you've reached this new pinnacle, now that you've reached this new plateau, that you're in the sun with your King of Wands, your mastery. The Four of Cups is here to show us that with our emotions, don't get overwhelmed thinking that, don't get emotionally invested in the thought that you have to make something brand new to pioneer. There could be something in this life already out there that you could repurpose. That's what I take from it. All right. What's up next? Swords, our thoughts. The Ace. Ace of Cups. Oh shit, no. Swords, homie. Swords. I need the swords. I need the swords. The suit of swords concerns the mind and takes the element of air humans. Okay, so we got some air in the mix. Oh, wait, well, yeah, that. Humans had sophisticated minds for their physical size and level of dexterity. They were undoubtedly clever for primates and used tools to build their dwellings and gather their food. Their minds were crude versions of their very neural networks we now use to communicate and regulate allocation of resources. As discussed above, their minds were where they spent the bulk of their time. That's important. As discussed above, their minds were where they spent the bulk of their time in both sleeping and waking hours. Don't get stuck in that bullshit, that's for sure. Now that you are in the waking life of your son, you've taken the actions to become the master. And then with the Four of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, let's finish. So much so that they sometimes could not reconcile the worlds within their minds and the worlds they could perceive with their senses. The Ace of Swords represents a kind of mental boon, a sudden brilliant idea, perhaps, or the arrival of a especially clever human into the prince's life. I see something here. Okay. Now that you're in your sun stage, and you're holding your staff as the King of Wands, you're a natural born leader, and you know what the fuck you're doing. You're on the path of figuring out something, because you're clever. You're on the path of figuring out something. Check your blind spot. You don't always need to create something brand fucking new to succeed. You can make something that already exists better. You can make something that already exists better in your new waking life of the Son of Mastery. Ten of Pentacles. Here we go. The suit of Pentacles for all. Its study of material wealth culminates not with the celebration of money, but with the celebration of another kind of success, a family. Ooh, I got that. What's that fucking Gristle? Sorry, little shit. My face in there? Yeah. Ten of Pentacles. The suit of Pentacles, for all of its material worth, culminates. Oh yeah, we figured out that it's for family. The ultimate goal of all this pursuit of wealth, the suit seems to say, is it to ensure your bloodline continues. The figure at the center of the Ten of Pentacles is a patriarch, an elderly man who has successfully raised many children, who have gone on to have their own children, thus granting him another way to cheat death. Of course, for all their striving towards immortality, 100% of humans are now dead. Maybe we're not humans. After all. All right. Ooh. This is cool. Now that we're in our sun stage of life and that we've kind of mastered some shit, we need to look into, or not limit ourselves to our growth in the sense of having to start something from scratch. We could be growing from the sense of making something that already exists better. And now that we're also, let me just double check with Ace of Swords. Oh yeah, and now we'll have a brilliant idea for something like that. That will lead to the Ten of Pentacles. Family, future, peace, love, and prosperity. Steve is action. Sci-Fi Tarot. Todd Alcott. Out. I'll see you.